Welcome to the Eurocrap 2020. We're here once again in Moldova for is it a group B? I think the second game's of Group B.
Yep. I think it's Group B.
So at the top of Group B currently lies Lithuania because they won by 6 goals the last time out. Montenegro drew the last time out. I don't think we'll see another 6-0 today.
No, I imagine these two are the sides that we are going to assume are going to go through in this group. So I would assume this is going to be quite a tight game. Lithuania did very well against. Was it? I can't remember who.
Quite a poor Gibraltar side.
That was it, Gibraltar, and then Montenegro got held by
Azerbaijan.
A decent side, didn't they? Yeah, Azerbaijan. So it will be it'll be a tough game, this one, but I imagine it'll be quite tight.
Yeah, very tight. Is Montenegro in the red and Lithuania in yellow and green, like the Brazil team. Well, I suppose that Brazil wear blue shorts, so never mind.
Well, I mean, it's still very Brazilian, isn't it, the yellow and green? Also a bit like Australia.
Yes, more Australian, isn't it?
And I think probably some Lithuanians have emigrated to Australia, because some of the names of Australians sound quite similar to Lithuanian names, actually. Just a little bit of random information there.
So, passing it around the back line here, getting comfortable on the ball, Montenegro is Savic, one of the best players we've seen in the tournament, I think.
I think he's probably the highest rated player. Obviously, the issue that he has is he can't really impact the game massively because he's playing at the back, so he's not probably going to have as big an impact as someone else who's maybe playing a bit more advanced on the pitch.
Could be hard to score against Montenegro, though, with such a resolute centre-back.
Well, I think they were hard to score against last time, which was why they Azerbaijan played all right in that game, and they were beaten. Sorry, weren't beaten. They were held. So, you know, Savic he's played against the best, hasn't he? So it shouldn't be too difficult for him against Valkis or whatever he's called up top there for Lithuania, you'd imagine. But Černić could be a danger man. He had a good game, didn't he?
Černić did have a good game. Yeah, we've got a lot of good players on the pitch today. It's quite a thriller.
It is, actually. It's certainly a game that it's a must-watch, isn't it, in this tournament, you would imagine. Although I don't want to speak too soon, because it could end up being a boring 0-0.
Not all 0-0s are boring, but it could well be.
Well, it's been very cagey so far to open this one up. And that's going to be a throw into Lithuania in quite an advanced position.
Oh, it is indeed a teasing position for the Lithuanians. Černić didn't have a great first touch there, but he wins it back with grit, determination. Here's Slivka.
Slivka is going to try and go back to Černić.
Oh, what a great ball through to Černić.
And it's been blocked there, but it was a good effort. And the Lithuania captain trying to make things happen early doors.
I was surprised by this little dink over the top there. It was amazing. Look at that.
It was a nice clip, and it caught Savic out. The number 21 had to come over and...
Well, did he not block it for a corner? It is a corner.
He did, yeah. Good block. Great defensive play, really. And Slivka's going to fire this one in. That's a terrible corner, actually.
Andriovski Jusis. Kozlauskas to Kuklis. Kuklis hits one!
And it is blocked, but he did get a shot away, and Lithuania will be encouraged by the fact they've had a couple of efforts early doors. And the fact that Černić has been a little bit active. Bakic. Marusic. Back to Bakic. That's one back there by Borovski. Borovski, who I can tell you is the one of the poorer players in the Lithuania lineup, rating-wise. Kozlauskas.
Well, that is dangerous stuff there, playing it across the box like that.
But he's done well. He's managed to get there in time. And Radunovic now. Sirac.
Firm stuff there. Oh, and it is a foul in the end.
Well, I mean, you never know, do you, with these referees in this tournament?
You never.
I mean, that's either a red card, it's a play on, or or it's just pulled back like it should be, probably. I think the referee's probably got it right this time.
Lovely crest on the Lithuania top. I've not noticed before.
It is. I quite like the Lithuania kits, actually. Away kit all red, actually very similar to the Montenegro one. And
Good
is
little
that a
free kick,
corner or is that a...
I think that just went straight out for the goal kick, but yeah, I think it did.
It did, yeah. I didn't know if the defender got a touch on it, but the header there was certainly a decent effort. Both sides testing the other thus far. Zubas going to send this one deep to Valskis. Can Valskis win it against Savic? The answer is a resounding no. And then it's back to Savic. Of Atletico Madrid, of course. Andrievskevicius, I think his name is there. Kuklis. Another little chip ball. I like them here, Lithuania. Valskis going to close down Petkovic. I mean, the last game we covered was a 0-0 at half-time, wasn't it? So there's always chances for goals in the second half in these occasions as well. Borowski, another hard challenge.
Can often take teams time to find their feet in a fixture.
And Slivka just hits it a little bit too centrally. Keeper there.
Odd header that was.
It is quite a... I think to be fair, which I find strange, Lithuania seem to be kind of targeting wherever Savic is on the pitch, and I don't know why they're doing that, because he's certainly the best player playing at the highest level consistently in the tournament. So I don't know why you would go for him. There's probably another centre half that's probably better to target. Oh, and Kuklis, is he going to keep it? He is, but he get wrestled off the ball there. Marusic. Oh, Andrievskevicius.
Oh, well, I could hear the other commentary booth sneaking in while there.
Yep. The German commentators there.
Soon spoke bloody great English.
Well, you know, some of their phrases there are spoken in English, and they'll be turned down there.
No, it is 0-0 at the half.
Very even game. Two shots for Lithuania, one for Montenegro. Neither of them on target. Pretty much even possession. Montenegro with a bit more of the ball. It's not been a great game, has it, really?
Quite a defensive tie so far.
It's one of the fixtures, though, in this tournament. I think both sides know they need to kind of get a result here, or they don't have to go and win this game, necessarily. You would imagine that Lithuania probably will prefer to get a draw here and go and maybe get a draw victory against Azerbaijan. Montenegro, imagine, will go to play Gibraltar and be quite... well, I imagine they probably beat them quite heavily. We can see there that
there's a bit of a change for the Montenegrins, and not sure if Lithuania have a change. Do they have a change?
They are going to have a change. The left midfielder, Kazlauskas, is going to come off, and it's going to be Mikko Leonas who comes on. He is a natural right-sided player, but he's going to go on to the left-hand side, maybe be able to make a bit of a difference.
And it looks like the exact same change is being made for Montenegro, a left-hand winger being swapped out for some fresh legs.
And I think that's probably a smart decision from both sides, to be honest. The wings haven't really been used as well as we'd like to. The fullbacks have had a good game, though, to be fair. Especially Borowski of Lithuania, putting some hard challenges in, making sure that they know he's there. And Lithuania's left back's one of their best players, actually. And I'll have a quick look there. What's his name? Andrievskevicius. So yeah, should be hopefully a bit different in the second half. What's your prediction for the second half then, Jack?
I think I'm expecting more of the same, very much so. Balls lumped into the box, but it's going to be difficult to break down, penetrate, and get shots from within the box in open play. Maybe some free kicks, maybe some corners, we'll see goals, but open play, I'm not that convinced. It's quite a defensive affair.
Yeah, I think both sides happy in this one just to sit back. Lithuania more happy to sit back, but Montenegro, they've got a point already. A point here, a win at Gibraltar should see them through, and they can let Lithuania and Azerbaijan fight for that other position. So neither side needing to win this one. but both of them probably want to, as we get this one underway now.
Yeah, Lithuania will be much happier with a draw than Montenegro will.
Well, it all but sees them through, really, doesn't it? Because they've got, well, it doesn't all but see them through, sorry, but it's a good result because they have an easier tie, I would say, against Azerbaijan, who are a former World Cup winner, of course, and that was a great run.
And that was savage.
And he's ignored what I said early on about maybe not having much of an impact, and he's steamed forward, hasn't he? There, number 15.
Managed to work his way into the box there, but that was a centre-half's finish.
You can always tell when they're a decent player because they have branded boots on. Something I've always found interesting. And this is going to be an issue there, and I thought there Jankovic was almost going to nick in front. Oh, big pressure here. What can Lithuania do? Facing the pressure. Not much is the answer. Montenegro going to run at them now. Radunovic, the left back. And that's going to be an opportunity, and it's going to be wide.
Absolutely disgraceful finishing there. He's got to be...
I thought that was the opening goal.
Hang his head in shame.
And it's Bakic, I think, there. I mean, that's good defending there from the 15. Maybe does just a little bit to put him off. But
oh, wow, he wears a little headband.
he doesn't really need one of them, does he? Let's be honest.
That's quite a nice trim.
He's not quite got the length that we might assume other players who have headbands have. And it's this pressure here that Lithuania look like they're struggling to play out of that. Keeping the ball well here, but nothing getting created from it. And that's a great tackle there, although the referee says no.
It's not that great, is it, in the eyes of the referee? But
I mean, I think it's just a tangling of legs, isn't it, really?
Hard to see, really.
Slivka's gone to pass that football away, and then all that's happened is he's just been caught, really.
In these decisions.
Slivka's going to fire it in, and it was won by the striker, or Černić, I think it was, not a striker. And it's going to be sent deep down the field to Stefan Jovetic. Oh,
offside there, Jovetic.
Lithuania playing within a little bit of a dangerous area. And I thought, why did he just... That was a shocking pass there.
And it's a goal. I certainly wasn't expecting that there, but he's managed to sneak a goal in at the near post.
It's Jovetic. And that's what you expect from a talented player like him in a tournament like this. He should be going for the golden boot.
I think that's the first goal he scored. Is that maybe even the first goal Montenegro scored?
I think it is the first goal of the tournament for him. And it's a very simple one, isn't it? He's just snapshotted that, really.
Yeah, I think he got the keeper a bit sleeping there.
Yeah, I think Zuba's just waiting for him to take a touch, and he's just stroked it home, hasn't he? Look, one pass there, and then sweetly into the bottom corner.
Yeah, it is tucked away nicely.
Keeper's probably expecting him to go across to the other side there, so a lovely finish from Jovetic. And Lithuania need to up their game a little bit because they haven't done anything decent in this half. In fact, they've looked second best in practically all areas.
It has been a game of two halves so far.
It has been for them, and Slivka is going to get in. And he is going to have an effort from that angle, but I mean, that was never really going to be too dangerous for Montenegro because he never had the angle, did he?
It was a strange one. It was a bit like Smith on a Monday.
He had to hit it, really. There was not really much support for Slivka, who's one of the decent players for Lithuania. And has he been hit there? I think someone's been clipped.
A little bit of a late lunge there.
I mean, I don't think there's any need to stop the game for that.
Bit of a dive, I thought, but...
Yeah, I mean, he's gone down quite easily, hasn't he, if we're honest?
Referees fell for that one. Not much this referee falls for, but he's fell for that.
Yeah, this referee's actually been decent, hasn't he, so far? And that's poor again from Lithuania. And that is shocking. Zulpa needs to really sort himself out here.
Give his head a wobble.
He does need to give his head a wobble because that pass was absolutely diabolical. I've seen better passes from Robert on Monday than that one. and even Rob himself will admit that he's not the greatest of passers. And that's well caught by Zubas. And then Černić has not been able to get into the game, has he? It's not even Černić, actually. Černić is going to get it now. Simic just stops him, though. Bit of pressure from Černić, though, and then Kuklis couldn't even get a touch on it. This does not look like a team that just won 6-0, does it?
I think they've been shaken by that goal.
I think they've been shocking, actually. If I'm totally honest, I think it's one of the poorest performances of a side I've seen. They've not challenged. They've looked threatened by Savic, yet they've targeted him. They can't really defend as well. They take far too long to take a touch and get the ball away, as we've seen there.
Oh! Well, that is stunning from Jovetic.
I mean, it is a fantastic finish, but when we watch this back, I just wanted to look at the central midfielder of Lithuania who gets the ball here. I mean, lackadaisical. He could be there 10 years later and still not have decided what he wants to do with that ball.
Well, leaping for joy there, Jovetic.
Look at this. What an awful touch, straight into his path. Doesn't do anything about it. Fine finish from Jovetic, though.
Yeah, Lithuania have been caught napping quite a few times.
I mean, this is shocking. I don't know who he is there, the number 7. Zulpa, the man who we said needs to give his head a wobble, and you can see why.
Yeah, I think he needs to be subbed off.
Yeah, I mean, if the quick subs button was there, I think that would be happening right now.
But that was one of the more sublime finishes we've seen in this tournament there from Jovetic.
Take nothing away from Jovetic there, but I think Lithuania need to... well, this is shocking. Absolutely.
Do you think
diabolical.
The substitutions really... It's helped Montenegro and hurt Lithuania?
Well,
more to it than
Lithuania
that?
are just terrible, aren't they? I think they've looked shocking all game, to be honest. They had 2 shots early on, neither of them on target. Look at this. I mean, this Černić, and then getting clipped there. So that's not what I was talking about. The centre forward though just gets the ball caught in his feet and can't pass it away. I think you're going to see the class of the Montenegrins in this one.
It's just a bit too far away to be dangerous, this, but Slivka could whip one in.
He'll have to whip it in, and Savic just clears it. And look, there's nobody there. That's you're 2 goals down. You've got 4 men back when you've got a free kick in an attacking position, and then you've let 1 man run through your entire team. And I hope they get knocked out because of the performance in this.
And that's
tournament.
a hat trick there for Jovetic. What an absolute rasper!
That is fantastic from him. But I tell you what, Lithuania are potentially the worst side I've ever seen in my life. Their goal difference is going to be 0, isn't it, after this game? And they won 6-0 last time out.
I don't think there's enough time left unless Jovetic really fancies himself for a 4th. But what a run.
Well, I mean, look at that. Nobody's even going to close him down. And then he gets to there, and then they've all run away from him. And yeah, he's just put it away.
What a simple finish, yep. I agree there.
Well, he had a great game, Jovetic, there, but I mean, this is shocking. The Lithuanian manager should probably hang himself after this, because this is the worst football team I've ever seen in my life. Look at that.
Harsh words
again.
there.
It's true. It is absolutely true. I mean, look at it. Disgraceful. They had that one good chance where they chipped the ball into the box, and the rest of it's been diabolical. And I think it says as much about Lithuania this game as it does about Montenegro, because Montenegro have been great. And I mean, look at that through ball dispossessed. If that was Jovetic, that would be 4-0. Finally, first to a ball and gives it away again.
Here's Bakic.
Great performance from Montenegro, this though. And if I was Azerbaijan now, I would be looking at their 2 games left and I'd be thinking, well, if Lithuania can beat Gibraltar 6-0, we can beat them 10-0, and then we can go and put 4 past Lithuania as well. Well, I tell you what, it seems to be that the curse of the hosts has struck here, because Lithuania, Latvia and Estonia are hosting the next crap tournament, and my word, I mean, Latvia should be on 6 points, but we have to speak to James Cartwright about that, because I think they're dubious points that they've lost, and Estonia have been shocking, and Lithuania they've well, a game that was comfortably 0-0, and then they've just let Jovetic take them on. What do you think about that tie there, Jack? Sorry for my constant stream of moaning about the shocking side that I've just witnessed.
It was the Jovetic show there. 3 goals. Joins who is it on top of the goal scoring chart? It's Damascan. Yeah, on 3. That's the clear 2 there ahead of everyone else. Although we've still got a couple of games to play yet in the second round.
We do, and I mean, I imagine Montenegro and Moldova could be around for some time, so it could be a positive for them, really.
And that there was the turning point, I think. Savic's run from his own half, heading me a shot.
I mean, when that goes wide there, you think maybe Lithuania have got the luck today. Maybe they're going to just get a draw. The draw that they think they...
maybe they got cocky with that.
They did, and then this is... I mean, to be fair, this goal here, there's nothing wrong with what Lithuania have done there. I think it's just a smart finish, and he's tricked the keeper. It's a great finish as well. I mean, look at that. Just
good liquid football.
I mean, that pass actually, it looks like he's mishit the pass, doesn't it, there? But it's actually found Jovetic perfectly. And then this is just absolutely diabolical from Zulpa. You can't get dispossessed there, not by a clinical finisher like Jovetic. A man who's played in many of the top leagues in Europe. Premier League, I don't know if he's played in La Liga. I think he has played in La Liga. Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, and Ligue 1. And I mean, there it is.
It's a clinical right boot he's got, isn't it?
What a fantastic finisher.
Just seems to find the bottom corner every time.
He does. He's played extremely well there, and I think he deserves that victory. But Lithuania have just managed to do nothing. I mean, you look at the player ratings of the players on that team, and I mean, Černić wasn't visible, was he? Borovsky gets a decent rating. The right back, who is the worst rated player on the team. So, I mean, that says what it is. I think the manager needs to go and have a long, hard look at what he's going to do against Azerbaijan, because with a performance like that, they could be on their way out. A team that won 6-0 could be on their way out.
Jovetic, obviously man of the match there. There was no question about it. 8.5 is the highest rating we've seen, though. Just a
well
point.
Deserved. I mean, fine hat-trick as well. Excellent player, linked up well with the rest of his team. Really did deserve that result for Montenegro, for himself. So I think, Montenegro look like a force to be reckoned with going ahead. Do you think they could go all the way?
It's tricky in this tournament. It's very come and go, and you can win 6-0 one game and then lose 3-0 the next. So it is tough to call, but they have a lot of quality there, Montenegro, all through the squad. So I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised to see them go and win the whole thing. No, I think it would be they certainly are a side that's now definitely on the radar for myself. And I hope they do perform well. Because it would be a shame to see someone like Jovetic lost in the early rounds. He should be the sort of player that we want to see in the final of these tournaments, really, isn't it?
That is true, yeah. Any interesting stats there? Didn't even have a corner, Montenegro. Didn't need one.
I mean, you could just look at the Lithuania, much more passing the ball a lot more, but not doing anything with it. Not really doing anything ever. I mean, they've had 3 shots all game, none of which are on target. Montenegro have had the 3 that have gone on target have gone in.
Yeah, you've got to say the goalkeeper's done not well, terribly there for Lithuania, really.
Well, I mean, every shot that's actually troubled him, he's conceded.
What rating did he get? 5.5. That is being kind to him, but
he did do all right on a couple of crosses that came in. I think he made himself a presence, but I mean, to be fair, we talk about Jovetic, 3 finely placed strikes. I don't think there's anything that he could have done about the first one. The second one maybe could have done a little bit better, but I think you've got to just blame Zulpa there for losing the ball in the middle. And then the third strike, I think they were just dead and buried by the time he ran through there.
So coming up in a few moments' time with my colleague James, unfortunately we have to say goodbye to Sam Ayton today. It's Azerbaijan and Gibraltar.
Which should be a cracking tie, and Azerbaijan will know they need to win that one. And give themselves a very good chance of going through.
Yeah, they would overtake Lithuania with a win.
They wouldn't. It would give them a good chance in that final group game to make sure that they've advanced. So I'll let you go, Jack. Thank you very much for having me.
I'll see you later.
Adieu.